What's going on, guys? It's Greg here today, and I'm bringing you a Modern Warfare gameplay commentary. What you guys are watching in the background is a tactical nuke gameplay featuring Grim, and we are just playing some Anya Palace Ground War. And I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks that I have for you guys here today, and this is going to apply to any Call of Duty game whenever it comes to getting nukes. But for all of you that are still playing Modern Warfare, as I told you guys, Modern Warfare is going to be the best way in order to prepare yourself for Vanguard because of the input and all that other kind of stuff, and the same the engine. So I recommend you guys definitely go ahead and play Modern Warfare over Cold War if that's what you're doing, if you're trying to get ready for Vanguard. But anyways, I already made a video on that. We talked about that. So let's go ahead and talk about this universal tip that's going to help you guys get nukes or even more streaks. And it's something to deal with hunting. As you guys know, hunting is something that's very popular. I do it from time to time. I know a lot of people frown upon hunting, but let's be real here for a second, okay? If your team is terrible and the only way you know that you're going to be able to get out of a terrible situation is to be able to hunt the enemies, because let's just say this: if the enemies get that nuke, right? If you're in that, you're on that other team where your team is not so great, and they're all just farming your teammates, and you see that 20 kill streak notification pop up, whatever it may be, just tons of streaks are coming up. Sometimes you gotta hunt, right? Because the only way you're gonna be able to bring the game back is if you do it yourself, and you go ahead and kill those guys and reset the flow of the map. So this is something I'm gonna give a tip for a lot of people whenever it comes to hunters and how to deal with hunters, and it is actually pretty simple, and a lot of people don't really tend to think about it, I feel. And so we're gonna go ahead and talk about that today, and hopefully this will help you guys out for getting more nukes on Modern Warfare as well as Cold War and in the future Vanguard. And I apologize if this commentary is a little bumpy. It's just because I just ate, and yeah, you guys know how the body works after eating. Sometimes you burp, saliva production, you guys know that. So hopefully the commentary won't be too rocky, and hopefully, if I have to take some breaks here and there, I'll reset it. So anyways, alright, let's go ahead and talk about this tip. So first things first, a lot of people really like to put themselves in the heat of action, which is a good thing, because especially while that advanced UAV is up right here, I'm not really using it so much because, well, I called it in kind of a bad spot. I thought a lot of people were going to be there, and they actually weren't, so now I got to go ahead and rotate it. Now, whenever you call up an advanced UAV, and using it for rotation is actually not a bad thing. A lot of people tend to believe that, you're wasting a HARP, advanced UAV, or local informants, whatever game you're playing, and the thing is it's actually not really a waste if you are using that streak while you're getting a rotation off. And the main reason is you can safely rotate to another area of the map, so that way you can put yourself in a better position to get some kills, right? So one of these things that I want to say about hunting is whenever you're in the heat of the moment and you're killing a lot of people, right, and you see those same people start coming back for you, you got to really find an escape plan. And I feel a lot of people don't really have that escape plan. They just want to stay there the entire time. Why? Because people are coming back. There's a lot of kills coming to you. That means you're going to be able to get that nuke faster, right? Like, a lot of people have their eyes on the prize. They're like, yes, I'm going to get my kill streaks, I'm going to get my nuke, I'm going to get everything because these people are coming back. But what they don't know is that these people eventually are going to start getting a little bit smarter, and it happens all the time, where maybe they do a jump spot on you and they kill you from behind. You weren't expecting them to come up through the room that you were just in, because they kept coming in through the bottom, and you're just able to farm the hell out of them as they're coming in through the bottom. So the thing I like to do is to have an escape plan, and what I mean by this escape plan is you guys are seeing it right now, right? I was killing a lot of people from C, and they rotate to E. Now, why would I push the C building, right? I don't want to push the C building right away. I don't want to go ahead and go through the middle of the map. Why? Because people are going to be expecting something like that. If I was just killing a lot of people at C, and if people were wanting to hunt me down, they're going to come right back to C. So I go ahead in this one-off building out here near E, and this is where I'm like, you know what, I'm on a 25. I could honestly probably get the last 5 kills here if I wanted to, because there's no way in heck that the hunters are going to know I'm here unless they're cheating, and two, or if I kill their teammate and they have communication, but that's a different thing. But another thing is 5 kills from here, it's the entire enemy team's gonna be spawning at E right now, right? So I'll be able to go ahead and seal the deal on these 5 kills if I need to, and I'll be able to get my tactical nuke. So that's kind of why I like to hang out in these one-off spots. And I'll go ahead and talk in a little bit here also about why these one-off spots are really good and why you should be using stuff like this. So let's go ahead and get into that now. So first things first, you're probably wondering why I keep referring to these as one-off spots, and the main reason is I like to think of it as your one-off, a game-changing kill streak. First, let me define a game-changing kill streak for you all. It is not going to be a precision airstrike, it is not going to be a sentry gun, it is not going to be a UAV, it is not going to be a care package, although a care package could be, but it's too much of a gamble. What a game-changing kill streak is, it's not even a VTOL jet. Game-changing kill streaks are 10 kill streaks and above. That's what I like to call them. The VTOL jet, sure, it's powerful, same with the emergency airdrop. But the thing is that you'd be much better off playing the middle of the map, you'd be much better off playing power positions and being in areas of the map where you could be getting a lot of kills and also helping your team defend or attack objectives. The thing about OneOffSpots is whenever you're one off that really game-changing kill streak, let's think about in the terms of Modern Warfare. White Phosphorus, not only is it basically stopping power for everybody on the team because it damages everybody and, you know, as they spawn back in, they're weakened and all that kind of stuff, but it's also pretty much like having Sitrep Pro in older games. You can soundwhore the heck out of people that have the White Phosphorus damage applied to them because they're coughing all over the place on the map. So it's kind of like stopping power and Sitrep Pro mixed in one streak, and also it's a napalm strike with a carpet bombing run effect. Yeah, a very powerful kill streak in ground war. Now let's talk about the chopper gunner. The chopper gunner, if you know how to use it properly with the Hydra rockets, you have 10 Hydra rockets at your disposal. On top of that, you have a unlimited, you know, fire turret, and while the turret itself isn't very powerful, timing those Hydra rockets properly can easily yield you 10 kills per use, and that's generally where I hover around. So the chopper gunner, again, 10 kills on the map without having to actually be vulnerable. That's a powerful kill streak. The support helo, you know, I'd be honestly willing to argue that the VTOL jet is actually a better streak than a support helo. Main reason being in ground war, it's a huge behemoth in the sky with little health and people just shoot it down instantly. But in 6v6 and 10v10, the support helo is actually a lot stronger than I give it credit for. So there's that. The advanced UAV is probably the best kill streak in the game because, one, it shows where everybody is on the radar regardless if you're using Ghost or not, as well as this is really just going to help people be able to capture objectives easier, as well as maneuver the map without having to worry about dying, and people that are also close to kill streaks on your team can capitalize off that advanced UAV and get their kill streaks. So that's why, in my opinion, it's the best kill streak in the game. The gunship, not so much, but it's still about 12 kills per use average, so it's still a very powerful kill streak, but it's not going to lead to your other teammates earning more kill streaks as well. So just think of a gunship more of as like a last resort kill streak where maybe, you know, they have C, D, and B, and you could really just need to clean them out because, you know, your team's struggling or whatnot. The gunship can get a lot of kills in that regard. And then the Juggernaut, of course, I mean, you can pretty much virtually capture any flag with that thing on, and yeah, you can control the flow of the match because people are most likely going to be avoiding you if they're on any sort of streak or trying not to die. Now, the tactical nuke, of course, ends the game, wins the game for your team, so that is why I call them one-off spots. Now, why should you utilize a one-off spot, or when should you utilize a one-off spot, is when you are close to those super game-changing kill streaks. You don't want to go there off the rip of the game and just go ahead and start utilizing that position because, one, you're not going to get a lot of kills because the game isn't going to be flowing that way. Two, it's just, if you do start killing people from it, they're probably just going to hunt you out of it right away. So you really want to focus on using those spots whenever you're actually close to your kill streaks. Now, if you are starting off a match, you want to go to the middle of the map. And you see right here, I'm not on a streak. So what am I doing? I'm playing the middle of the map. I'm trying to get some flow going in the middle of the map, streak up around the middle of the map. If I am close to streaks and I don't have an escape plan, I'll just hold an angle, right? I'll hold an angle that I think the enemies are going to come from, and that's what I'm going to do. But having a rotation, having a plan of action in mind in order to get to one of those one-off spots whenever you are close to a tactical nuke or V2 rocket or a nuke on cold. Or some of these higher kill streaks is really going to help you guys out, and it's really going to be game changing for you guys having that rotation plan. Rotation is something that a lot of people need to practice, and it's something every single time you get on a high kill streak you should be trying to figure out how to do if you feel that it is a dangerous area that you are in. That is the thing I feel a lot of people don't do, is they kind of just stay around the same area of the map. And trust me, if you are able to get an escape route going and you have a good plan of action and Who knows, there might be people sitting in one-off spots when just because they don't know how to play the game, and they'll just be sitting there, you know, on a 1 kill streak, just sitting there thinking, okay, not a lot of people are going to come this way, I can safely earn some sort of kill streak, but in reality, you know, they're not really probably even going to earn that streak. So you got to be careful for those guys that just sit there for no reason, and you know, just be able to pre-aim as you're jumping around, sliding around, all that kind of stuff. You want to get the movement down. Movement is going to help you guys get into spots a lot faster, as well as it's going to help you be a lot more prepared for gunfights and be able to throw off people's aim. So I recommend doing some slide cancels so you have unlimited attack sprint. Recommend doing your jumping here in Modern Warfare as well, if you're going to be doing a B-hop and all that kind of stuff. Being able to get those people off guard that are camping in those spots that you might not be knowing of, you know, it's a great way to do it. And as well as, like I said, if a teammate has an advanced UAV and you're a couple off, it might be wise for you to just go on a deep flank. Use that advanced UAV to go ahead and get on a nice deep flank around the map instead of actually going for some kills, because a better position is going to yield you more kills than an area where there might be 5 people staring you down. Just because you have an advanced UAV doesn't mean you're invincible. So those are going to be my tips for why you should be wanting to use OneOffSpots, why you should be wanting to have a plan of action whenever it comes to actually going around the map and trying to have a good flank route to run. And I think you guys will find a lot of success if you start practicing this in your game. It's not going to be one of those things where I just told you this tip and you're going to go out and be able to do it, right? You're going to have to actually practice the timing of getting out of these sticky situations. When is it safe to push out of these sticky situations? And there's no way I can tell you guys how it's going to be, because it's different for every match, right? I'm not 100% of the time getting out of these sticky situations. There's a lot of times where I'll die whenever I'm trying to get out of a sticky situation. But it's, in my opinion, it is always worth the risk to actually try to get a better position on the map, especially whenever it could lead you to earning something that could win the game by default. So that is what I'm trying to say here. Again, I can't actually tell you guys when to do it. You're going to have to get the feel for yourself, because everybody's play style, everybody's reaction time, everybody's gun skill, everybody's movement is all different, right? So you're going to have to get a feel for yourself, but I want you guys to start implementing this into your gameplay as you are starting to capitalize on streaks. Whenever I say capitalize on streaks in the streams, or if I say it in the gameplay, or if I say it in the video, that is what I'm talking about, is just making sure you seal the deal on those streaks when you are near them. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave it in the comment section. If you're new onto the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace out.